Hello.
Hello.
It is your hosts, Jackson and Tom. Can you guess which one's which? This is the inaugural episode of...
No, this is podcasting. We've had this name set out for like...
Well, this is what we originally wanted to do, just have like a podcast thing, and ended up just doing a bunch of shit.
Yeah, we did do one.
Yeah,
when we did the celebrity boxing.
But it was just amateur.
We set up celebrity boxing before YouTubers did it.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we've had this in mind, and I don't even know what we're going to do. We're just going to talk about random shit. Just cover. It could almost be just like a news video that's stretched out in length, where we just talk about a bunch of shit over the week.
Yeah, we're pretty much
interests us.
Pretty much like a good Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
that's kind of what we aspire to be.
A Joe Rogan with hair and on less TRT well. Probably.
And we're not 5'3". Did you see that the thing in the sky? There was like someone got a
was it? Wait, does it have something to do with Joe Rogan?
Yeah. Oh. Somebody got like, you know how you can get the planes that write stuff in the air?
Yeah, wait, I think I might have
somebody got
this.
A plane in it and they wrote, I think they did a proposal first.
Yeah.
And it was like, will you marry me? She said yes. And then it just goes, Joe Rogan is literally 5'3".
Yeah, no, I think I did see that.
Like, who the fuck pays that? That must have been Shorb. Shorb just jealous.
His wife, Shorb. Oh, Brendan.
Oh, poor Brendan.
Yeah, we make so many jokes about Brendan Shorb.
Do you remember when I was talking to that person and they were having an affair with Brendan Shorb?
Yeah.
That shit was fucked.
Breaking news right now. We know someone who has sucked Brendan Shorb's cock.
That is like breaking news. I'm pretty sure that shit was real.
Wasn't Ronda Rousey
I have
either.
no reason to not believe this person.
I don't know.
This was like last year.
Yeah.
Probably the start of last year. But it was just this girl on Instagram and like...
Some random shit. Yeah, I fucked Brendan Shorb.
Well, no, she worked at like the comedy club and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, she has like an OnlyFans and stuff now, but...
I don't know. That's so random.
I would probably believe that. But, you know, this is just a kind of platform we can talk about shit.
Talk about Shorb every day.
Yeah, speaking of Shorb...
Shorb's my dream guest.
Oh... I don't know, we could get some guests on. Yeah. Fuck the other Just Talking channel as well. Kate Harris, I think her name is. Those boys got 2k views on one of their videos. We want to collab with you guys.
I don't even care about this at all.
I do. Fuck them.
I don't care about any other YouTube channel with the same name. Yeah.
In terms of celebrity guests, probably like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
He's still
No, I'd actually love to have some wrestlers because like they don't do much actual interviews where they talk about. I love to just be like, oh yeah, what are your favourite matches that you've been in?
Yeah, they probably get that question all the time though.
Do they though?
I reckon.
I swear I just never even see wrestlers get interviewed.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like as real people.
That's true. But yeah, I mean...
Ask Jeff about Victory Road 2011.
Oh no. Ask AJ Styles why he hates the gays.
Flat Earth. Bravo.
Oh, good old AJ. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, while we're here, we might as well talk about UFC. We might as well kick off with what we know.
We've kind of made our channel quite a bit of a UFC channel.
Yeah.
We consider ourselves quite the aficionados.
I'm pretty much the white Herb Dean.
Except
I'm not followed on Twitter by KFC.
Bro, Dana White is looking like the actual kingpin Thanos hybrid these days.
Jacked. He is on steroids.
No, he 100% is. Like, I've just seen so many comments like everybody's on steroids, especially Dana White, like in the Nate Diaz voice.
I've seen people where they're like, Dana White beats everyone in the heavyweight division. Like,
no one else is on steroids because Dana took them all and just shit like that.
Jeff Nowitzki, where you at, brother?
Yeah, but his arms are just bigger than the interviewers that he's fucking interviewing.
Have you seen the guy that injects oil into his arms? That's what he looks like.
He just he's on another level. But
yeah, Dana White is on a madness at the moment. He did an interview recently, came out with a lot of news. He said Tony Ferguson will be fighting by the end of the year.
Did he?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
He said...
People are saying Tony Ferguson's just going to get cut, like...
If he loses one more time, I reckon he will.
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson isn't the kind of guy that you can have, like, as a gatekeeper.
It is a bit like the Woodley, though. Like, he's been fully getting dominated in the same way.
Yeah.
Just throw him against a striker that... Or just... I don't know.
Dan Hooker. Do you reckon he loses to Dan Hooker?
I don't know. I don't know what Tony even is anymore, to be fair.
What are you?
I don't know.
Tony would be a good guest to have on.
But, like, look at the people Tony's actually beat, though. It's like, won the interim title of Kevin Lee. Like, just look at what...
Kevin Lee was good back then,
I hate shitting on fighters, but, like, just looking at it from, like, a point of view of why has this happened, potentially. It's like... Yeah, Tony Ferguson's like, well, his last win was against Donald.
Yeah, and that doesn't
And then
count.
Pettis. And it's like, yeah, those two guys are just absolutely in the dirt. So, was Tony ever that good to actually compete with the upper echelon? But I guess at that time, they kind of were
That's
around
what
that
I was
as
going to
well.
say. There's a bit of recency bias because everyone he's lost to recently is top contender. Oliveira, Benil, Justin.
But then he should have been champion anyway. Because remember, he was interim champion when Conor was inactive. He should have just been champ.
The thing is, though, like, Tony versus Khabib is like the dream match.
But it's not now.
It was the match that everybody wanted.
Yeah.
Like, it is the biggest... it used to be the biggest what-if match of all time.
It's not as anymore just because we've seen what would have happened.
I know for a fact Tony would have got mauled.
Yeah.
It was back in the day, back before, like, 2017. I was in the mindset that Tony was so good on his back that...
I was thinking that, Tony wouldn't be able to let anyone do anything to him on the
the
ground.
takedowns wouldn't have been as effective because of the back game.
Why was this the storyline? Why was that what people thought?
I guess we hadn't really seen Khabib at his best. I mean, because he's what? Before that, what did he do?
I guess it's because
Ally Quinta.
people were saying Tony had the best jiu-jitsu in the division, and then Khabib hadn't. Like, had he gone up against someone with real mean jiu-jitsu?
No, not really. Oh, Edson Barbosa. No, JK.
I can't even remember. Off the
Yeah.
top of my head, but
I guess, and at the time, Khabib had only... He kind of only had 4 scrubs.
and he literally won the title from Ally Quinta.
I will never forgive Joe Rogan for that performance on commentary that night. Boy,
Joe
that's when you
Rogan's commentary in general
nowadays, yeah. But
always good for as a face cam reaction.
yeah,
But
Daniel Cormier needs to be on commentary full time.
Still love Joe anyway.
I don't.
Yeah, DC.
It's DC, Anik, and DC.
No, I reckon Bisping.
I don't know.
Bisping just crack up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Dominic Cruz is hit and miss. Like, no, not even really. Just sometimes he says random shit, but no, he's alright.
Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook.
Yeah. Elementary shooting.
Oh. With transition.
Yeah. Conspiracy theories. I've been doing a lot of research
His
recently.
name is Edward Bravo. The first.
Yes, essentially.
Yeah.
My name is Alex Jones as well. He's kind of the leading figure behind the Sandy Hook
Your idol.
conspiracy. Yes. No, I think the Sandy Hook conspiracy is horrible. But
I literally don't even know what this is. So
well, that's the thing. I'm going to tell you. We're going to talk about some
this would
conspiracy
be good
theories.
if I don't know, and I can just instantly be like, "That's bull" or not.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got a list of conspiracy theories up at the moment. One I mentioned to you earlier is Kurt Cobain didn't actually die in 1994, and he went on to become the lead singer of Weezer.
100% true.
I would love that. Would that not be the funniest fucking thing?
That is 100% accurate. I'm joking, obviously.
Fucking, his name is
just
Rivers Cuomo.
Some people actually just come up
Does
with
that look like Kurt Cobain? I could see Kurt Cobain in that. 51.
Looks like fucking Austin Powers.
No, shut. That's fucking disrespect.
I'm calling cap on that.
Yeah, that one is a bit of a fast stretch, but
you know,
these other
got to
ones that I've
incorporate
got-
all ideas here. We're not discriminating.
Exactly. So the first one I want to talk about is 9/11.
Yeah.
Wasn't an inside job.
100%. I think I actually do think it was.
I just don't know if a plane flying into the upper part of a building can make it tumble to the ground like it did.
And it literally looks like the controlled explosion, like the detonation, and then it falls. Yeah.
The steel shouldn't have melted. That's kind of the main point that people bring up. Like,
weren't there reports of that it had happened before it even happened as well?
well, that's
I don't know if that's true. So this is just shit I've heard.
Biggie Smalls, Juicy. You've heard that song?
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up the lyrics for
the
you.
World Trade.
Exactly.
Wasn't that something else?
That
though?
was something in 1993. There was somebody did explode a car bomb in the World Trade Center, but it's still a bit weird.
Sardines for dinner.
Yes, piece the Bardine.
Wasn't it like they found they just perfectly found the what was the terrorist group? Al-Qaeda. Like, they perfectly found the Al-Qaeda identification and the plane crash at the Pentagon. And it's like, oh, that's so convenient. They just found that there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's
action,
just-
fiction.
911. But it is a bit. It's a bit sus.
Yeah.
So you think that one is true?
Yeah.
Wow.
And So the intent of that is what, to go to war and just profit.
Yes, exactly.
Off
so they wanted
fighting.
to have a reason to invade Iraq.
Yeah.
I love asking people the question, where were you on September 11th?
I don't know.
We would have been.
I wonder where I would have been.
We would have been just over 1 year old.
Yeah.
Tooth wasn't even
Probably
born.
fucking shitting myself.
Yeah, probably. Like, look at some of the claims, like
Puffs of dust.
puffs of dust, the steel. That's a big one. The melted steel.
So what was that?
So the technically, like, it shouldn't have been hot enough to, the jet fuel shouldn't have been hot enough to melt through steel. Which they're trying to
Also, why
but-
would a building fall down though if you crashed a plane into it?
Yeah. That's a bit.
Just wouldn't that not happen? Think of even the buildings we have here. If you crashed a plane into it, like, you wouldn't expect it to collapse, would you? Or am I just a fucking retard?
No, I understand where you're coming from. It's just it's a bit dodgy. Like, another one that I like is all the people pulled the stock, like, all people kind of in the Illuminati, which we'll get to soon, pulled their stocks out of the World Trade Center like a day before it happened.
Yeah.
That's another one that just makes me go, that's a bit dodgy.
It's interesting.
But speaking of the Illuminati, we'll go to that one. Basically, the Illuminati, New World Order, the kind of idea that world leaders are all a part of this little faction where they kind of insider trading, like, not trading, but they're kind of wanting to take over the world and create a NWO, New World Order. Do you think that could that could be real?
I don't know, like, because what leaders is it?
Well, it's not just world leaders, but it's like figures. So, like,
So it'd be
celebrities.
certain ones, not
So, like,
all
I'm pretty
of
sure,
them.
like, Jay-Z, Beyonce, like, all your actors and stuff like that.
Like, they've all helped each other to get themselves into those positions.
Kind of, yeah. So, like, once you are in the Illuminati, you stay there. Like,
Scientology.
kind of, but completely
I don't
different.
know. I don't really know. I'm gonna say that's probably unlikely.
I think there could be, like, a little...
I'd say maybe when people get
clique.
rich though, they're all like, oh yeah, we'll help, like,
Yeah, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
this kind of thing. But I wouldn't say like a full group. But I don't know. Maybe they're watching us right now.
The government is pretty dodgy. And another thing is Area 51 and UFOs.
Yeah.
So
Well,
do you believe aliens exist?
remember how there was the fucking Area 51 raid?
Yeah.
Surely that was like the biggest disappointment of all time. How
What,
did
were they
that
expecting like 2 million people and then like
2 people
2,000
doing the
showed
roto
up?
runs? Like, what did they even expect to happen? I don't know. How did that start?
Somebody on Facebook was
Just
like,
like,
let's
yeah.
raid Area 51.
I 100% believe in aliens. Like, there's no way that there's no aliens.
Do you think aliens look the way we think they do? Or do you think, like, they're kind of just... When we say living beings, we mean, like, bacteria. Like, little microorganisms.
I don't know.
That's kind of the life that we think of.
I think there could be multiple kinds, and just like we look how we do to live in this environment. So whatever that environment they need to live in, they'll just look like that.
Speaking of us, I just want to... We'll get back to aliens, but I want to get your ideas on this. What if we are the not... What if monkeys... Because obviously we are technically evolved from monkeys and primates. What if monkeys and apes are actually the evolved versions of us?
Even though they're not evolved.
But you think about it, monkeys are stronger, faster. Like, they're more phically
We're only
evolved
not like
than
that
us.
because we don't need to be, though. Because we are more mentally evolved.
But, like, I don't know. That was just something I thought of. Like,
for you. I've got
okay.
So there's obviously like how long has the world been around for?
Billions of years.
And then like, so we've only so much recorded history, right?
Yep.
But do you reckon there were civilizations that lived before that have died off?
Like that we haven't discovered
Like
yet.
there could have been like full like already. Like what we're going through already, and it like say it all got wiped out and has just been started again already.
Yeah, I mean I've just googled it now. The Earth is 4.543 billion years old, so that is entirely possible. That
and then like we've only got like such limited history.
Like it goes back to, like the oldest thing I can think of is like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing.
And
like,
say like there were like
dinosaurs were only discovered in like the 1800s.
so there were already just like full civilizations and shit that had lived before that and everything, and maybe they built the pyramids. I don't know, but I don't know. I always just think that's so weird and like potentially could have happened.
Like you mean so like let's say
like there's been full cycles of human existence that is like big, like so say the world as we know it died off and then just something started to create it all over again, like that happened before and we just didn't know about it because it's all like say the world blew up or something. I don't know, some shit like that.
So I've just googled it, right? The oldest known civilization was 3000 BC, which was 5,020 years
and
ago.
all this has happened in such a like think of what has happened in such a short time. How that
that's
like,
still
could that not
billion,
have easily already happened?
There's still 4 billion years of the Earth existing without a civilization.
Yeah. I
mean, that's the thing, though. Like,
look, how many civilizations there could have been through all that time?
Yeah, it's hard to kind of get a grasp on things. Do you know that T-Rexes weren't around when Stegosauruses were around?
Are they the long neck one?
No, they're like spiky ones.
Oh.
Like, when I think of dinosaurs, I think of like them all roaming the earth together.
Because Jurassic Park.
That shit went for millions of years.
So were there humans when there were dinosaurs?
I don't know. I don't think of the early... this is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? This is a bit of a mind fuck.
Yeah, because... So... Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, actually Google that shit.
Why can't you just Google it?
Because it's hard typing with one hand. Google if there were humans...
I'm used to that on a daily basis, so but,
Pervert.
yeah, because I don't know. I don't know shit, though. I'm, like, so naive to everything, so...
Dude, just Google if there were humans when dinosaurs were around.
Saying the randomest shit.
While Tooth does it, I want to go back to the alien thing.
Yeah.
So obviously you think aliens are real. Area 51, do you reckon that shit actually happened? There was obviously a lot of stuff recently with the released footage of a UFO, which clear as fucking day it's a UFO.
Yeah. Surely there's
apparently there was.
Apparently there was humans when dinosaurs were alive.
And there's all those like military recordings of like them flying and seeing random shit that's like 10,000 times faster than there's.
Which that just doesn't add up at all. Like back in the old days, you could kind of get away with that. You could be like, oh, it was a weather balloon, like.
Yeah.
But like nowadays with cameras and shit like that, like.
Yeah. I'd say with Area 51, I'd say there's probably multiple of those things, not just one.
Yeah, I mean Area 51's just the main one.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
There were, I think in like the 60s, there were a lot of sightings of UFOs in the UK. That was kind of like the hotspot for them.
Yeah. But I swear people have confirmed, I mean, obviously UFO is just something they don't know what it is. It doesn't mean it's an alien.
I mean, it's an unidentified flying object.
All the time people are just confirming UFOs and people just don't even like acknowledge it really. Didn't Obama confirm them?
Probably.
I swear, I don't know.
Obama's dodgy though. I mean, that's another thing, like, along the lines of mythical beings, kind of.
Oh, Nick.
Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a possibility that was real? That is real? Do you think Bigfoot is real?
No, because like there's just one.
Well, do you want to hear?
It's just like a monkey that's just evolved more into a person.
Do you want to hear a cool theory to do with Bigfoot?
Yeah.
So you've seen the like proper Bigfoot video that's like real old and it's him walking through the woods.
I've seen the photo.
Like.
I've seen the Nelk video of them 100% legitimately tracking down Bigfoot with badge. Yeah.
Which one is it?
Because surely it's just a person, but then I don't know.
That's this one here. This is the photo you've probably seen.
Yeah.
So that's actually part of a video.
But
and it's called
I reckon there could easily be a monkey that's probably halfway like evolved between them and us.
Oh, there it is. The Patterson-Gimlin film, which is what this comes from.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a theory that...
So there's actual video?
Yeah,
I never even knew that there was a video of that.
I'll pull it up now.
Yeah.
But basically, while I do this, there is kind of...
What year was that?
Must have been the 50s.
Yeah.
Surely.
Did they not just run after it, or... Well, it would have saved us so much time if they just, like...
But, okay, let me finish. So this is kind of this is the video here.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. Full screen's not available. But this is kind of what it is. There's a theory that in this video, just at the start is there's kind of like blood on the ground and stuff like that. Like it's hard to see because it's obviously grainy as fuck, so it could be like water. But the theory is that they've started taking this video just after they've killed the Bigfoot tribe, like all the last remaining Bigfoots, and then the one that walked away, the one that we see. Where is it?
But this was in 1958. Surely there would have been evidence though.
So the one that we see walking away here is the last remaining Bigfoot, and after they kill him, that's it. So Bigfoot did at one point exist.
But there's so much evidence of animals that have gone extinct though, even before.
I don't know, like, what the fuck even is this?
It's fucking Joe Rogan wandering the forest.
It looks like fucking Brendan Schaub. Like, what the fuck even is that?
Still walk like a normal person.
It does. Oh, fuck you,
I don't
bro.
know, maybe it just is a guy. So who was filming this and didn't bother to fucking... Like, they're...
Well, Bob Giblin.
Yeah, fuck him.
50 years ago.
He could have just like, what was he
That was in
actually
2017. So, 1967 is when it came out.
Maybe they just made it up.
I don't know. I want to believe that Bigfoot exists. I was obsessed with the Loch Ness Monster
I feel like there's
existing.
just such a lack of evidence for that. Like, I don't know. And like, there's only one of these things that they've ever seen.
Well, no, it's just more the fact that, like, they did exist, and then...
Bob Gimlin, whatever his name was, just fucking...
They killed the last one.
Chucked a rifle up his ass.
Oh!
Right, our show got cut off for a second, but we were... I don't know what we were even just last talking about, but we're now talking about O.J. Simpson, who, as I have already said to you, I watched the Netflix show again this week, so that's a massive coincidence, but yeah, O.J. Simpson, guilty.
Yeah, like... the perfect time to play the race card.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, the Rodney King thing had just happened where he got beat up by the policeman,
and
which is still an issue today.
And then, yeah, so that's kind of what they say at the end of the show. It's like, the whole thing's pretty much black people wanted justice against the LAPD for how they'd been discriminated, and so that was much more the issue, like, in court as opposed to what OJ actually did. That's way more what they were talking about, that OJ was just another black man being brought down by the police. But then at the end it's like, oh, okay, so you got OJ off, but what does that actually do? And
Nothing.
then when we see today, shit still goes on. So
I mean, man's ended up getting arrested anyway
for stealing
his own sports memorabilia.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I actually did see a theory about OJ, and that was that his son actually committed the murders. But then I also saw that was debunked because there was only 3 pieces of DNA at the scene.
Which was... Imagine your DNA being at a crime scene and you getting away with it.
Yeah.
Just imagine that.
The three DNAs that were there were the 2 people that were murdered and yours.
And it was in their blood was in his car. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's a load of nonsense.
I just imagine that's got to be just the luckiest shit of all time. You have because before they're like, oh yeah, this is the easiest case to win. No, and then
Robert Kardashian, the boy.
Yeah.
That shit's nonsense. That proves how flawed the justice system in America is. People try and say, like, New Zealand is probably a racist country, but like America is next level with that shit. Like the whole police brutality stuff. Like, I don't know, like getting 22.5 years for murder. That's like for the murder of George Floyd. He got done recently. Derek Chauvin, I think his name is. 22.5 years.
You could say like, oh, he didn't know he was gonna die, but at the same time, just like don't kneel on someone's throat for 10 minutes, probably.
Yeah.
But he should have been. He probably should have been killed.
Who? George Floyd?
No, fucking...
You've heard it here first.
Fucking
Jackson
Derek.
thinks that George Floyd should have been killed.
Fucking Derek.
Yeah.
Do you reckon like, if you kill someone, you should just be murdered? Like,
I think rapists should be murdered.
Yeah, or castrated.
No, I think murdered. Like, I think every rapist should be murdered.
Cut the dick off and feed it to them.
I think that's probably what they do in Russia or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, no, because I feel like sometimes murder isn't like, I guess that's kind of manslaughter, but sometimes people get done for murder.
Did he get done for manslaughter? The guy killed George Floyd.
I think it was second degree murder. Tooth, can you pull that shit up, bro?
It's like accidental murder. He can't. He's gaming.
Tooth, stop playing CS:GO.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got done for, 22 and a half years though. Like, that's a long time. He'll probably end up killing himself.
In prison. Surely he's got to be on maximum protection in that prison. Murdered.
I don't know.
Shanked.
He will be loved by the white supremacists.
Yeah.
Like, and he's, to be fair, he's an ex-cop though. Which kind of rules out everything. But yeah, that shit's fucked up.
I don't know. Yeah. Is that even a conspiracy, the OJ thing? Not really.
No,
That's
but
more
like,
just
it's
like,
more
oh,
like, how
do
the
you
fuck did he
reckon?
get off?
Yeah.
I don't know, some of these haven't been conspiracy theories, but they've just been like, shit I want to talk about.
Yeah.
One thing I was just thinking of is David Bain. Kind of to do with like the whole, did he do it?
How did he get off? Just could they not prove that he did it at all?
He did do his time in jail.
Did he?
But for those that don't know, David Bain it was a murder that happened here in our hometown of Dunedin, or Dunedin. But
Dunedin.
he, David Bain, he was in a family of 6. There was a mum, dad, and then 3 siblings, I think, and then
just
David.
blew them the fuck away with a shotty.
And then, yeah, the police were called.
He called them out.
He called them. He never said he did it. He was like, they're all dead. But basically, it was everyone but him dead. So there's theories I have on good authority of people who were police officers in that case that the dad did it. David came home
and killed himself.
And killed the dad. No, killed the dad.
Oh, he came home and killed the dad.
Killed the dad because he saw all the dad was alive and he was kind of, everyone else was dead. Like, that makes the most sense. I've heard lots of rumours that the dad was a kiddie fiddler and molested the children. But I have on good authority. Like, I know people.
He knows people in the department.
I know people. Some of my friends, they have accomplices who were the cover up on, not the cover up, but the police work on that case was dodgy. Like, the house got burned down not long after. There was just kind of not enough care taken, but it wasn't like the 80s or the 90s. So, and now he's changed his name, and he's living. I think he's living in Australia, and he has a wife and kids.
Imagine that, because do you reckon they know?
Well, I think he met her in England, so probably she didn't know.
Yeah, well, probably I'd say no one even out in New Zealand would know that. Maybe even Dunedin.
No, fuck no. It's a big thing. It's a big thing in New Zealand.
I'm pretty closed off from the world.
Who do you think? Who do you reckon did it though?
Who do I reckon?
Yeah.
I would say there could be some truth to that one you said we came home and killed the dad, but would you just kill your dad if they... probably.
I mean, he could have got into a tussle with them, like...
Maybe he tried to kill him when he came home and then he killed him in self-defense.
That's what I mean.
But wouldn't you just say that though? But then I guess it looks like...
No, because then it looks
you
bad.
Killed all of them probably if you said you'd killed him.
Would you spend, I think you spent 12, 15 years in prison for $8 million?
He got $8 million.
Yeah, I think he got a lot of money.
How do you get paid to be in prison?
Because he got wrongfully done.
Oh, so
when he got released, they were like, "Oh no,
imprisoned for the murder."
For the murders, and then he got released in I don't know, 2012 maybe.
How many years?
I think 15, 17, maybe. Maybe I'm completely wrong with that.
Because then I'd be I'd be 35.
35 with $8 million bucks.
People say that, but it depends what age I am when I get out. Because if I'm old, I'm I don't care.
You know what is fucked? And I think Shawshank Redemption showed it perfectly. People that go to prison, people that went to prison in the 70s and are still in there now, if they came out today, the world is just different.
Yeah.
They have no ideas. Computers, iPhones, the internet, modern cars, so much shit. Even
what was even
foods
the point
and stuff
of
like
even
that.
coming out that old?
Well, if you went to prison in at 18 in 1970, you're only 60 something coming out. Well,
yeah,
not even 50 something coming out now. There's not an old age.
Even early 90s.
Yeah,
probably. I don't know. Well, think of how much phones have just evolved over time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The internet just didn't exist back in the 80s and 90s.
Pretty fucked, mate.
Yeah. Do you think there should be more societal training, in prison, or modernisation? Obviously nowadays it probably is. You're probably allowed phones and stuff like that.
I don't know. They're all criminals though. Do you want? I don't know.
Do you think criminals should be treated equally? Do you think criminals should be allowed to vote?
No.
You don't.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't.
I'd say it depends on like maybe the crime.
Or I think the length of the sentencing.
Yeah.
Because if someone's in jail for like 25 years, I don't think you should be allowed
If
to vote.
someone's
Like,
done something that's like, oh yeah, a mistake that got them in jail, I'd say, oh, like probably.
my uncle went to jail.
Well, I actually have been in jail for the past few years. So I
Yeah, when we went on like a 6-month hiatus.
I was the Scranton Strangler.
It was pretty obviously Toby.
Yeah.
Toby Flenderson.
Tobe Jizzle. Yeah. I don't know. Who's that?
Oh, T's here.
Oh.
I mean, it probably brings us to the end of the video anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
we've gone for quite a while.
we've gone for almost an
They
hour.
got cut out during the middle, but
Yeah,
we'll be on to that next time.
Yes, we will.
We've given you enough good content anyway.
Yep. But this is we'll probably do this I want to do this once a week.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we are going away for the next 3 weeks.
And it also depends how much shit, like, if we can come up with shit to talk about. Like, surely we will, but if it's good enough, I guess. Or if there's a lot of shit happening. I'm sure, like, we could have even probably gone a lot longer now, but you don't want to just be going for 2 hours.
No, exactly.
So.
We probably will at some point, though.
Yeah. Like, if we just got. Because there could be one thing we just end up talking about for ages.
Yeah.
Especially if, like. I mean, there's heaps of UFC that's happened that we haven't covered, which Fight Nights, which we could talk about.
The interim title, like heavyweight title, shit
But no,
like
I
that.
think this is a pretty good first ep.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you thought. Or, I don't know. Are we doing this as like a podcast, as like a video, like?
I don't know.
I don't know, just-
Most people just have podcasts as videos anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Let us know. Did you enjoy this? Like, do you actually want to see more of this?
I don't care if you don't. I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, probably will anyway. But yeah, this is what we like. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Pa.
Nah, sub. Use this finger to sub.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Peace.